Now let's talk about the story. Why the story is so important. Everything starts with your story, right? Before we get to the product or service, I need to know who you are. Simple as that. I know some of you folks might be uncomfortable sharing your story, but you decide. There's different ways how you can do that, right? I always like to say, look, if you understand that whatever you went through in life can inspire so many other people who are going through the same thing right now, that's where the real power is. If you're that young woman who was young and 15 years old, got pregnant, and now you're a successful businesswoman, CEO of a big company, and now you go to school to all these young girls who get pregnant at 15, and you said to them, look, you see me as a successful woman, but I was that young girl of 15 years old who got pregnant, who had no dreams, no future. And guess what? I didn't give up. This is what I did. I realized that there is hope, that there is future, and I started pursuing my dreams, got myself the right role models, and that's why I'm here today on top of this amazing company to inspire people like you and show you that there is hope. This is where the power of your story is, right? If I'm talking today like, hey, I'm that college dropout who couldn't even speak English, but I ended up sharing the stage with Lisa Nichols, Robbie Kiyosaki, Les Brown. Hey, that's the story. Milan, I'm a college dropout. I have no idea how. That's the story. You need to share your story. If you're not afraid if you're afraid to share your story, well, guess what? Your impact won't be as big. No, Milan, but I'm just here to sell my product. Sell your product with your story. Imagine this. I go to your social media, to your Facebook page, and I see you. You have a great product, but I don't see just product, buy this, blah, blah. I see you sharing a story. Hey, today is a great day. It's a Women's Day. And I'm sharing this day with my kids. And I just want to share all you ladies out there that whatever you're going through in life is not the end. That is possible. Back in the days where I couldn't even have kids. And I'm happy to share that it's possible. I was able to do it. And I want to inspire you, all of you, to work towards your goals and dreams. And if you need some help, by the way, I'm also a life coach. I can help you with that. Blah, blah, blah. So you tied up your story with your product or service. There's always a story first, and then product or service. Versus, oh, I'm a life coach. I can help you with this. I don't know who you are. Let me see first who you are. Let's build the trust a bit before I call you, right? I don't mind paying for the high price for the life coaches or whoever, whatever you're offering, right? But how do you stand out? Your story. What do you stand for? And I'm not talking about you every day posting photos. Yeah, I'm going to the supermarket. Look, I'm so beautiful. Like, all these girls, there's no substance there. I'm talking about what's the meaning of you doing that? What's the meaning of you sharing this day today? What's the meaning of you going to orphanage house and sharing the story? The meaningful content makes a difference. Everything has a story, right? Like I can talk about, there's different ways, right? I can sit in my Maserati and say, look, I just bought my car, Maserati, during COVID. All of you guys who lost jobs, like who cares about you? That's not the point here. But what if I say, hey, I'm in my car here, and every morning when I wake up, I look at this car, reminds me of all this hard work for years now, because back in the days, I couldn't even afford a car. In fact, I've been saving for a car, bought myself Fiat Uno, the worst car ever. But now I can say to you that as a college dropout who could barely speak English, I managed to drive my dream car. And guess what? I have my businesses paying for it. That's where inspiration is. People love success. Oh, it's good for you that you're successful, but they love the story more. How did you end up being successful? Share that story. Success is great. We see you, you're there, right? But how did you do it? Because they need someone to show them how to take themselves out of that place. And when they love you for who you are, whatever you're offering later on becomes so subtle and so easy to transition to, right? Does this resonate with you guys? Yes? Powerful. Now, here's what I learned from Lisa Nichols. Show me, don't tell me, Milan. And this is what a lot of people, there's no right or wrong here, but there's different personalities. You have informational people, informational speakers. They go on the stage and they just, hi, this is me. I've been broke back in the days and I'm not anymore. And now I'm a successful property, whatever, investor or CEO, and I'm successful, blah, 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 blah. And that's one of the ways of saying it. And Lisa said to me, Milan, tell me your story. I said, look, I'm coming from Serbia. My dad was an electrician and I've been broke and bankrupt, and I'm not anymore. I ended up working in America, 2005, and I'm I traveled around the world, and now I'm here in South Africa, built 6-7-figure businesses. I'm a speaker, right? And Lisa say, you know what? How about you show me your story? What do you mean show me? Well, there's a way of I want to see your story in my mind. Why? Why? Because when I see your story in my mind, I have much deeper connection with you than just listening to your story. I love your success, but I haven't connected with you as yet. I need to know what you went through in life. And here's a power, folks. Once you learn this, is a powerful strategy. Telling you, show me, don't tell me. Simple as that. You wanna show what you felt when you were in that deeper place of your life. If you're willing to share your story. When I was broken, bankrupt, for instance, I woke up on my friend's brown couch, hungry in the middle of the night. I went to the fridge, no food. I realized, hey, I'm hungry. I had no idea how I'm going to survive tomorrow. I went to the bathroom, look at myself in the mirror. All I see is a failure. I failed myself, my family, my tears started coming down. And I'm looking at myself and say, you know what? Milan, you failed again. Stand up, Milan. Stand up. How long are you going to feel sorry for yourself? What are you going to do about it? And that was the moment when I said to myself, I will never be broke again. So the whole point of this is when we're telling a story, we want to show people the image of that place of your story. Like if I was broken, bankrupt, how does that feel? How did you feel? How did people around you felt? Right? How did people around you felt? Because we are visual beings. This is where the science comes into play. We are visual beings. And when you're telling me stories, I'm envisioning in my mind you doing that. And this way, when I have it in my mind, automatically I connect with you much deeper level. I was standing at the airport with my dad. He was in his 70s. And my dad, an older man, started getting a bit tired and started crying. His head went down. He looked at me with his teary eyes and said, Milan, are you ever going to come back? You know, people leave our country, they never come back. Are you ever going to come back? So I looked at my dad, I grabbed his hand and said, Dad, I have to leave, but I promise you one day, I'm going to make you proud. You see, so these are the moments. So you want to show your story. And look, it's different than like, I was at the airport, my dad was there, we said bye, 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 and I left. So you're like, there's no connection. The deeper the story, the deeper the connection. When you show me, you're not telling me, I love you then. Because that pain that you felt, I know the pain. I know how does it feel being hungry. I know how does it feel being broke. Anybody been broke before? That's what's all this about. That's how you connect. Bring that out. And now you talk about whatever you offer. You know, I was that guy, but that's it about me. Now when I move on, you already kind of like me. Oh, wow. You know, like this was powerful. What else do you have to offer? Now we're building a connection throughout. This makes sense, guys, right? So everybody has a story. Each story is different. Experiences might be similar, but we're all different. And each one of our story can inspire so many other people when you present it to the right people. Like someone said, Namon, the deeper the story, the deeper the connection. Absolutely. It's easy to be informational speaker, bring information, facts. Do I like you? That's another story. Oi, why so many great speakers in the world? And you have not even heard about majority of them. Who did you hear about? Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Jim Rohn, Lisa Nichols, Wusi Temekwa. Well, he's from around here, right? We don't have much to show for anyway, but around the world. Why? They invest a lot of money in marketing, but their story is so powerful, memorable. Like Lisa Nichols, I adore her. She's my personal mentor. We share the stage. Powerful story. So the real question is, do you want to be a broke speaker? Do you want to be a wealthy speaker? Do you want to be average speaker? Or do you want to be memorable? That's what's all this about. Memorable speaker, every single one of them has powerful story. Average, it's average. Everybody can go on the stage and give the facts. Like a lot of skilled speakers, like, you know, like technically proper. There's no ums and ums. Like they go there, they're proper. They're just too perfect. But I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Why are you perfect? I want to see imperfection. I want to see you being who you are. Like, even if I scratch on the stage, I want to feel like, oh, you should never do that. Do I care? I don't care. My message is clear. My message is stronger. If I have to scratch, if I have to cough, you have to say ums and ahs, I don't care. My message is there to show you what this really is all about. So that's why I always emphasize with my students is when you who you are, when you become authentic, people like who you are because you're not perfect, and people like people who are real. Understand that. People like people who are real, and they want more of that. Whether it's a celebrity, whether it's a speaker or an author, when who you are, show that to the world, people like it or not. The one who like it, they adore you for the rest of their lives and yours. Simple as that.